Hello, 369. Damn that bine is. Suck it to me one more time. Hello. Hello, hello. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 boop, boop, do, do, do. Sup, Tony? Number one man. First. Farming Simulator 25. Yes. Farming Simulator 25. Done. No. No. Nice. It's done. Save. That's all good to go. What we're doing. Oh, this is my stream. I was like, what? Somebody say something? Stream here. Very nice. Bring that over top. Just like that. And we're hoping game. And we finish what we're doing. So the goal is 39, 22, and 20 are going to be P's. And then 49, 10, all the way, all of this is going to be cone. And then we got fast forward time. So, hoping the planting gets done tonight. Hoping. I might have to bust out another tractor. The new field was made needs lime. Oh, can we do that after we plant it? Oh, it does. Can we lime it after we've been planted, or is it just a lost cause for this time around? All right. Well, I'll hop on that when I get done. Get this field done. Because I think this is the last thing we need before. It needs plowing. Is this not a plow? Whoopsies. We might have to do that next time around too. I thought this was a plow. Just a cultivator. Just a wee bit cultivator. Well, the mulcher and cultivator. Oh, gotcha. It's not what I need, man, though, man. Yeah, plow. We'll plow it next time around. It's already halfway done. I'm not gonna stop now and plow it. God, look at the spots all over the map for the hail damage. That's absolutely nuts, though. So I'm hoping to have everything planned tonight, and then we can fast forward time just a wee bit to December. I think that's when is it parsnips I have over there? I think that's the best time to sell them. Parsnips. Yeah, December. Technically January. Technically, I mean, it's only $10 less per liter. Yours is ready? Well, shit, fam, let's get him going on some corn. Is it at your place? I'd say this is it. Get him going with some corn. Go ahead and close your door after, because I'm not Brandon. I wasn't raised with shower curtains. We'll start up at 8. I'd do more, but I'm trying. Nah, you go for it, fam. Do what you need and you gotta do. I guess you don't have to do it. Do what you want to do, man. That's the part here. You ain't gotta do anything you don't feel like doing. It's meant to have fun. That's why I'm just hiring help. The only reason I'm doing the other one is because, oh shit! Doing the other one manually is because hire help won't stay hired on him, so that'll buff out. It'll buff out. It's fine. It'll buff out. Don't tell him, chat. It's not gonna buff out. Oh shit, he's the only one in chat. Never mind. Oh, we still haven't made it to the corn. Good catch, because I was about to start planting canola. I don't know why I take him over here, because if I hit H, he's going to just start where he wants to start. It don't matter what I say. Is this clown? Oh, he's still going around. Okay. Do. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way. When we are two worlds apart. Sorry. Can't reach to your heart. Sorry. And that's why I don't have. Oh, hello, Chad. How you doing tonight? Let's see. That's why I don't have 1 million subscribers, because I sing like that, and everybody hates it. Everybody's ears bleeding. They don't come back. Do, 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 do. You know, usually when you go and you take a couple days off, you come back feeling rejuvenated. I've come back feeling like I don't want to do shit. Maybe it's because I did a shit ton of walking. Seems like I do more walking when I take days off than when I'm actually working. Make that make sense? Because day one we wandered all around the Mac parking lot / museum. Then after that we went to this really, I thought our mall was yeah. This mall was definitely like a lot of but I had a couple of cool stores in it. It was just like a thrift store, but it was just like full of neat niche items, I guess you can say. Like I don't even know how to put it. It's like what a thrift store used to be. Now thrift stores just get like stock from like overstock and discontinued items from stores. This felt like what thrift stores used to be. Just a bunch of stuff just stuffed into a store. It was good. But then we went to the Lehigh Valley Zoo afterwards and wandered all around for a couple hours. And then that night we were supposed to go to Cherry Crest Farm, and it was just absolutely packed. Beyond packed. Absolutely just Jesus Christ. Then day 2 we went up to we went back over almost all the way back to Allentown and Kutztown and did the Crystal Caves. And surprisingly, the worst part of that wasn't the stairs. It was the hill up to the entrance. That sucked. My knees were just like done once we got, but I sat down and walked through the whole cave just fine. Didn't have any problems. It's that hill that they make you go up. And then what do we do after that? Oh, that night. That was the night we relaxed in the hot tub and then got in the pool. And we didn't really do much the next day other than go to Shady Maple and regretted it. And then the last day, before we came home, we went to, what's it called, Chicky Rock. And the hill, again, it was the hill up. Once you got up the hill, it was fine. And then when you want to get really good picture spots, you have to climb down this like rock thing. My knees and feet weren't having it. What's up, Lewis? How are you? I've been playing with wood basically all week. Same, fam. Same. Wait, what? Hold on. Tony, I was shocked that you didn't go to the Mac cruise in. It was actually a pretty good show out. Like, there was a lot of, being a Mac guy, I figured you'd be going. What? Excuse me. The only part I complain about is they had the souvenir shop. They were only letting I think they said 10 people in at a time. And like the people who worked there were complaining because it was an old security guard. He was like, the limit's 10, no more than that, and at a time. And they were like trying to convince them to at least make it 20 people at a time. He's like, nope, 10 it is. 10, that's all that's going in. Did I say hello to Cody, or I don't remember. He had this huge long line that just kind of filled that hallway of people trying to get into the store. Clean out the garage and get stuff out the winter before I actually need anything. That's a good idea. That's what I tried to tell my dad. I was like, get everything you need out, because he's on oxygen. So, and every time we even get like the slightest windstorm, their power goes out. And I was like, if we get snow, you know you're going to lose power. You need that generator. So get it out, make sure it's working. He still hasn't done it. Decent. Been trying to complete the Halloween event on ATS. Is it that hard? And Tony told me that you definitely need a day cab for some of them. I'm going to attempt to do it tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. Or, yeah, I'm going to try to attempt to do some tomorrow night. I put it off specifically for that because I haven't felt like doing anything. So I was like, you know what? My wife works Saturday night, so I'll stream since she works. I finished it. Nice. I built the in-game Mac. I have that mod that adds options to it, and I built a single rear axle Mac to do it in, day cab Mac. So I built me a whittle truck for it. I went in there yesterday and did that. We're going to take him over to 22 until I finish 40. I already got that detour it makes you take figured out. So it's not like the Christmas event. I looked at it, I thought maybe it was like the Christmas event. So is it different? I guess I'll figure out tomorrow, won't I? But yeah, I built me a short little Mac and a short day cab, or a short K100. It is, but a lot harder to figure out. A lot of dead ends. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Make sure he's still chugging along corn up there. Oh, dude, we should have this done tonight. What's he doing? I really hope that's not. What's he doing? Please go all the way down. Okay. I was like, am I gonna have to manually plant that? Once you find the correct route and get the hang of it, it's really simple. Oh, is it like, is there like clues or something? I should be able to do this in 2 more passes. Ooh, how many runs do you have to do? Is it 10 or 12 like usual? Because Christmas ones are super easy. 15 total, I think. Oh, makes sense. Because if it's like the Christmas ones where you teleport in, even though this one apparently has challenges to it. Also have to do the Driver's Academy or whatever to unlock those skins. I haven't done that. And you gotta find the witch's house. Oh boy. As long as ain't no damn demonic nun, we're good. I started Driver's Academy, become mad at it. Is that frustrating? What is homeboy doing right now? I could. He's done it. He's done it ever since. So I'll just leave him be. Let him do his thing. Let him do his little thingy thing. Someone else that was there at the Mac event though said that one of the trucks that were there, he's pretty sure that's the truck that they inspired the Mac from Farm Sim 22 off of. And it looked exactly like that Mac. But I couldn't get a picture of it because every time we walked over there, there was a guy sitting there, the door open. I try not to get pictures of people in the vehicles, so did not get a picture of that one. Complete 15 deliveries of Halloween cargo. Specifically, 3 deliveries must be to Castle Brackenhelm, and 3 must be to the be from Okay. It was the one they used for FS22. Nice. Yeah, it was there. I didn't get any pictures of it. Because like I said, every time I went over there, to be specific, I walked around when I first got there for probably like an hour just taking pictures of whatever I could. And then we went into the museum. We walked all the way around the museum. Like we went into the sound room. We went all down to the museum. We walked all around there. We came back, stood in line for what felt like an hour just to get into the store. And then we went back out and I walked around again because there was a whole lot more that showed up after we went in. Only one other fire truck though. Why am I going this way? This is yours. But the whole time we were out walking around before we went to the museum, there was a guy sitting in it. and there was like 3 people standing outside talking to him, and then when we came out, he was still sitting there, and there was another guy standing there talking to him. I was like, son of a... To be honest, just keep running them all in and out. That's what I do with the Christmas ones. I drop one, pick one up from the same spot, and just in and out, in and out, in and out. That's why I said they're super easy to complete compared to the other... Ow. Compared to the other holiday ones, or like the state ones, because it's really just you pick one up, drop it off, pick one up from the drop off, and take it to its drop off. Pick one up, go back in. So I can do that. I could knock that out in a night, as long as it's not like puddles. I meant to say puzzles and riddles, and it came out puddles. What's up, Silver Tiger J15? How are you, sir? Bro, we went to the Cherry Crest Adventure Farm because we were gonna do the corn maze, and we pulled up into the parking lot, and there had to be every bit of a few thousand people there. Like, there was. Everywhere you looked, there was lines. And my wife was like, you know what, after we stood in line, first at the Mac shop, then turn around and stood in line to feed a giraffe at the zoo, she was like, I'm tired of lines. I really don't want to do this. And I was like, thank God, because I hate people, and that was way too many people. Like, it literally looked like... Have you ever watched a live cam of Times Square? That's what it looked like walking around. I was just like, oh my God, how they get that many damn people in there? Jesus. Gotta find your way through the forest. Eventually work your way back to the main road. I've been running the T680 and the Cascadia. Yeah, like I said, I bought the in-game Mac, and just because there's the customization mod that gives you a couple more features, and one of them is a short frame, just a single rear axle on it. And I was like, Tony said do short, so that's short. That's about as short as I can get it. Because even the K100 single rear axle is not that short. So I was like, the Mac it is. Does it have a good... It's maxed out on maneuverability. I'll say that much. You know how when you're building one, they have the bars over on the right hand side? The maneuverability is completely maxed out on it. So I would say this thing is gonna bob and weave. I'm waiting for my wheel to play ATS. I will say this: I was a bit skeptical on getting a wheel, but a wheel makes ATS a million times better. I can never play ATS, like seriously play. Now, like I'll get in there and take a couple screenshots and just drive with my keyboard, and I absolutely hate doing that, but to get a couple screenshots, I'm not going to hook up my wheel for. But ATS, a million times better with a wheel. Just feels so much better to play. Oh, there's a ditch there. Pump him in here. I really attempted it with W900 with a sleeper, and that was the worst choice I could have made. Yeah, like I said, Tony told me about it, and then somebody else said something about it being like you definitely want to do day cab. And I went in there and I was like, how short can I get it? And I fiddled around with a couple of trucks, and like I said, I discovered that both the KW 100 or KWK 100 in the Mac, the in-game Mac, have that option to do the single rear axle, and I was like, that's what I'm doing. That's the shortest I can get it. So we'll see. What does this need now? What? Oh, that's right. We need PJs. Cause tonight would be the night that I will fall for you over again. Okay, so we need prefab walls, furniture. I got furniture going. Roof plates. I think I got roof plates going. We need barrels and buckets. Where do we get bucket from? What's up, Brain Dome? How are you, man? Be happy we are warning. Yeah. No, 100%. Because I would... Oh, those are my prefab walls. Okay. No buckets there. This isn't popping out my furniture. Why isn't furniture not going? It is just being really, really slow. No buckets there. Where did I get buckets from? And what else was it? Buckets and what? Still thinking 18 speed. Oh, I put 18 speed in mine. What kind of wheel are you using, Feather? I'm using the G29, which is the same one that PJ's has, but he has the G920, which is the Xbox version. I have the G29, which is the PlayStation version. Barrels. Where do we get barrels from? Barrels? You would think that would be the sawmill or carpentry. So what does barrels? Oh, this is not a wooden barrel. Is it a plastic barrel, maybe? I'm not even in the right area. I'm not even in the right category. Buckets and barrels. Buckets and barrels. Buckets and barrels. Oh, it's paper. Buckets and barrels. Buckets and barrels. Buckets and barrels? Nothing. So what the hell do I need for bucket? Where do I get buckets and barrels from? What's selling points? Gonna be a lot of upshifting and downshifting. Oh, great. Buckets and barrels, 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 buckets and barrels. Oh, there we go. A Cooper. $300,000. That's both of what we need, though. Buckets and barrels. Of course it is. Well, hopefully these parsnips fund that. How's PJ's silage coming along? That's not it. %17%. He has spillage he didn't clean up. Can't take that boy anywhere. How are these guys? Are these guys almost done on food? Oh, they have no food. Okay. So I can get rid of this now. Because I want to replace... Do we have... I did put the chicken trailers in, right? So I'm going to replace these buildings with these. Which are not as long. Yeah, so I can push that back a little bit. Alright, so did I put chicken trailers in? Oh, I did. Oh, I freaking did, mate. You're supposed to do chickens. They're not listed here, but they're supposed to do chicken. We'll buy that. Yes. Where's my POS Ford at? Here, 4040 Ford. Our model Mac. It got held for review. Shame on you. I kind of like that ATS gives us a challenge. I kind of want to try it. ETS. Jesus. I had to focus on getting that one out. God damn. Am I lagging? I'm not lagging on my end. It's not saying I've dropped frames. Yeah, so it's you, Cody. You lagging, bud. Not me. Oh, that's not. You know what? We'll take this red one out. Says the dolly this time. I haven't dropped any frames, and I've watched the playback on my end, and it seems smooth. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's on your end, sure. Showing your end. But I enjoy ETS too as well. I think it's more scenic. It looks better. When I say look better, the graphics are the same. I mean, like, the area around, like, that would be one that I would probably enjoy doing the driving around more than what I would in ATS. Because it is just so beautiful. More countryside, yeah. And then you have like the mountains, and like you get to drive through the caves and stuff, which is just so cool. I hope and pray that they do the Bay Bridge Tunnel. I really hope they do it, because that would be cool to drive through. I think a lot of people who don't live around this area would find that really awesome to drive through. but something tells me it's either not going to be included, which how can you not include something that iconic, or it's going to be like a shortened version where you just drive through the tunnel and you're on the other side. There's technically 2 sets of tunnels. So you go over the bridge, you go down through the tunnel, and you come up on a bridge, and then you go through a tunnel again, and you come out the other side. The bridge on the other side. So it's actually 2 sets of tunnels, and something tells me it's just going to be one long tunnel. And that's going to be so dumb. Or they're just going to exclude it because that's probably going to be a nightmare for collisions. Let's be honest. Because it is... If you've ever gone through the Bay Bridge Tunnel behind a truck, there is not much room for clearance. Alright? So, something tells me so many people are going to be bouncing around in there. It's not even going to be funny. Is Holden Mazda seat? No? The same mods as last week. I haven't touched it. I haven't been here to change anything.
Give me the mods.
I haven't changed anything since last week. I haven't been here.
Since 4.
Oh, is that the...
Oh, is it the DLC from Farming Sim? Is it that?
No. It's all the mod hub updates. You just go through and update them in your game, in your mods section. Just update them all, and you'll be able to join.
Why they gotta do me like that?
Can I not move these to trailer? I put these in just... Are you serious, bro? It says it does chickens. It's supposed to do chicken. That's the only reason I put this in. See? It's supposed to do them all, and it doesn't. I feel lied to. Can I... Can I do chickens from the livestock dealer? Maybe it's just the chicken houses don't allow it. I wish Stupid ATS would have added Bentonville, Arkansas. Yeah, that's the one that makes you scratch your head. Why they didn't do... Like, because they have Walmarts in the game. They're not named Walmarts, but they definitely do have Walmarts in the game. So why wouldn't you do the Walmart headquarters? One of the biggest companies in U.S. Why wouldn't they have the Walmart headquarters there? At least the town, just something. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty pissed off
Excuse me for interrupting on this. Jeez.
I'm pretty pissed off that they don't have...
They don't have the Apple headquarters.
Okay, good point.
It's just like...
Yeah, but they don't have Apple stores
is,
in game, but they have a bunch of Walmarts.
Well, like, it's assumed Walmart. It's only technically Walmart because you have the mods in for the logos and stuff.
Yeah, but even without that, you can tell that's definitely Walmart. Just like you can tell the one's definitely
like
Home Depot.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, they're just putting, like, roadside stuff in. Or, like, actual landmarks.
Yeah, but I'm saying
like,
not even...
Off of every interstate if you go from, like, across the Midwest into the West, off of every interstate exit, there's a Walmart. Definitely.
Yeah, but it's American Truck Simulator and the...
Okay, I mean, like...
The biggest one, if not the biggest trucking company in America is Walmart. Name a
Yeah,
bigger
but they don't have
bigger
they don't
trucking
have the
company.
licensing to do anything about that.
I know, but you put the buildings in, you could at least like put like at least the headquarters in.
Listen, I'm sorry that I'm sorry that there's very few
You can.
landmarks
Okay,
in
so
Arkansas that not having the Walmart headquarters is a big deal. Because there's nothing else in Arkansas.
you got a point, but
Like, who cares? Like, what are you going to deliver to the headquarters of Walmart?
you could put like a warehouse or something in its place.
Again, you could do that for every
I was
company.
just talking about. I was like, I foresee them either A, not including it at all, or B, like shortening it, the Bay Bridge Tunnel. I said they're either not going to include it because it's probably going to be a collision nightmare. Because if you've ever followed a truck through there, you know there's not much room between
They don't
the
really
truck.
do a whole lot of tunnels in this game.
Yeah, but they do it in ETS 2, which makes no sense.
Well,
But
because they're like ETS is as a game in itself, it's far superior. It's just the only downside to it is that it's Europe and it's like it's not the same traffic laws and it's not the same like driving as it is over here. And it's not like actual good big rigs. They have like shitty big rigs. They're like little rigs. So it's not the same. Like I'd rather drive an ATS truck, but I like everything about ETS.
yeah, that's what I was saying. ETS 2 would probably be the game that I'd rather do the drive the cars around in over ATS 2. Or ATS, not ATS 2. That comes out a couple years from now, but
That'll never come out.
I would much rather do that because there's just so much more to see in ETS 2 than there is.
It's less
ATS.
about like whipping through to make your deliveries and more about just like doing the drive to do the drive.
Yep.
Yeah, which is like in my opinion, like that's
Okay,
how I like to play the
okay, it
game.
makes sense.
In ATS is like because that's the purpose of the game is to just like chill,
But they don't really have
do the
a
speed
ton
limit
of
and,
long haul trucks.
like enjoy the scenery and make your deliveries. The problem with ATS is the scenery sucks. They make an attempt at like putting in landmarks and like certain things in each state. I will applaud them for that, but the overall scenery is kind of like
Meh.
they all look the same.
Well, it's because
That's
we're
why,
in the
like, I
Midwest
stopped-
states now. It's just nothing but fields in between cities.
I know, and like they really should have done like the Continental Railroad method. Hear me out. A bit of a history lesson for those unaware. You had the Continental Railroad. You had a company that started out on the West Coast. You had a company that started out on the East Coast, and they're both just separate companies, separate plans. They started doing their own thing, and then someone decided that these should connect, and they designated like a middle meeting point, and then you had two companies building railroad meeting in the middle of the country, and that's how they should have done it with ATS. They should have started on the West Coast, then they should have started another one on the East Coast, and then ended in the Midwest, because like nobody wants to drive through that shit. I'm sorry to anyone that lives in the Midwest, but the states are a lot bigger and it all looks the same. I drove across I-70 through like Kansas, or no, through like Missouri, Kansas, and into Colorado. And my God, it was at the most daunting thing. I love driving. I love going on trips, like road trips and stuff. 10 hours, 12, whatever. But like, my God. I'm thankful I don't have a self-driving car, because if I did and I drove in that, I would be asleep at the wheel. Because it sucks. It's like, why are you doing that right now? And that's why I'm just like, ATS has lost interest. or I've lost interest in ATS. And it's like when you get to some good states where there's some kind of variety, I'm in. When they can spit these states out so quickly because pretty much it looks the same. You just got to change your cities. But you can do the same landscape for everything. To Lewis's point, like I've tried doing the Texas to like Washington, like the long ones. And I'm like, I'm going to spend like 3 hours doing this. And I get maybe like 15 minutes into it, and like you're still in Texas, and it all looks the same. And I'm just like, oh my God, get me out of this. And then I just rip through it. You need to have some interesting terrain.
I don't know. They're talking up this Halloween event pretty big. Tony and Cody saying that there's some challenges to it. I'm probably going to try that tomorrow night. I think I have it set to just do full pallets.
I don't think I've busted out like the racing. I think I've busted out the racing wheel like once or twice since I moved in here.
I can't tell you the last time. Well, last time I did it was whenever I streamed ATS last. That was the last time I got my wheel out.
I was actually at my parents' house last weekend. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. I got another story to tell you, but I was at my parents' house last weekend, and when my dad comes up here on the, like, from time to time, I'm just like a bucket list of like stuff that's at my parents' house, and I've just left it there because like I never had room for it, and I knew I was gonna keep moving around until I bought a place. And now that I have a place and I have storage, I'm like slowly like, hey, if you come, like, can you bring this? And like, he brought up my bass amp, which is sick. And I was looking for, I have like an effects pedal for my bass. So I was down in the basement looking for it, and I came across my
Cody. Have a good night, sir.
Steering wheel that I used to use, the one with like the suction cup top, or suction cup to the desk. And
oh yeah.
I was like, you know, with like the amount of gaming that I'm doing these days, like significantly less than before, like bringing out the whole unit and busting out like the VR set and doing the whole setup, it's just like daunting. It's like maybe I'm just like, you know, I'll still do the VR thing, but maybe just go back to like the desktop, like suction cup steering wheel, like use the pedals from the other one, just take them off the rig. And do that. I feel like it's kind of where my life's at. But
I
was
know
back at my parents.
more than I use it. I just the one I have it. I have the little, them cube organizer things. I have one set up next to my desk, and it fits my
Yeah.
wheel perfectly. So I just slide it in there whenever I want it. Slide it out, clamp it on my desk, and go.
I know. Wait, the whole. Oh, I have it all mounted to a collapsible stand.
I had that, and it was just too big for this apartment, so I got rid of it.
It's not sitting in like my office area. It's like sitting out in the lower level, like common space. Because I'm like, I'm still not sure about where I'm gonna put everything for like the best setup, but like it'll come in here eventually, so I can just have it set up full time. It's just I want to be able to like swing a monitor out. If I don't want to do like VR, I want to at least be able to like swing a monitor out to do that. So I'm just figuring out the best way. But anyways, I was at my parents' house last weekend because the whole back fence in the yard, which is technically my back neighbor's fence. It belongs to her, but her husband passed away, and she's like 80 something. And like my dad volunteered, my brother and I, to replace the fence on the back, and it's probably it's like your standard 8-foot long fence, like wooden fence. It's like 6 foot tall, and we'd replace like 7 pieces of that. And my dad had put it in originally like 30 years ago. And so he like literally at the time he had like just dug a hole into the ground and then like poured cement into it and then put these poles in. Like nothing else. Just like poured concrete into a hole. Didn't have like the cylinder or anything. But we replaced all that. But on my neighbor's side, it was all Pachysandra.
Pack of what?
Yeah, Pachysandra. It's like an ivy. It kind of like grows on the ground in. Well, I'll just skip to the point of there was poison ivy. There was poison ivy mixed in with it. So
lovely.
It essentially looks like poison ivy, and it does color the same way poison ivy does. So Pachysandra will like turn red sometimes. You get that like orangey yellow at times, but it's kind of like a filler for property. My backyard used to have it. It's pretty nice.
Bakery still looks like the best way to go.
But I didn't know. But I thought nothing of it. I didn't see poison ivy in there at all. And like 4 days later, like my legs were itching a little bit. But we had also just turned on the heat in the house. And so I was like, maybe it's just dry. And then my dad texted me and he was like, your brother says that he got poison ivy. Like, did you get that too? And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. That's what it is. It's poison ivy.
Now you come to say it.
Yep. Because but my brother and my dad were wearing pants and like work boots and stuff, and like I don't have work boots despite. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, but.
Good Lord.
I was just there in gym shorts and just like sneakers. Because like when I worked for the DPW, I just wear like gym shorts and boots and like tall socks. So like that's just how I do my work. So that was last weekend. My dad told me that on Tuesday. And I was like, at that point, I was like scratching the shit out of my ankles. And I was like, oh yeah, all right. Poison ivy, that blows to have it this late in the year, but okay. And then on Wednesday, my wife and I were out there. We have probably like a third of an acre of the properties, just like kind of woods, but not really woods. It's just mostly like decomposed leaves and a bunch of leaves and like fallen trees and branches and stuff. So we've taken upon ourselves to start clearing that out And my wife got me an electric pole saw for my birthday. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
And so we used it last weekend. On Wednesday. And we're like clearing all this stuff out. And then I was taking like the backpack blower and I was like blowing a bunch of the crap because I found out that we could, that my neighbor was blowing all the leaves over the rock wall into the woods. And I wasn't sure if you could do that or not. So up until that point, I had been bagging the leaves. And I was like, all right, we need to clear a path. So we were clearing all this stuff out. And we have like an entire like 40-yard dumpster full of like branches. We don't have the dumpster, but it's like the size of it that we've stacked up in our backyard. And I was leaf blowing. And all of a sudden, I just felt like a couple stings. And I was like, what the F is that? And I looked down and it was just a swarm of yellow jackets. So I had stepped on or aggravated an underground yellow jacket nest. And they were stinging the shit out of me. So I just turned off the backpack blower, dropped it on the ground and went sprinting away. And I was like, oh my God. So like that wasn't fun. And then fast forward to Thursday morning, and literally I have cankles. Like it swelled up so bad. And so now, like my ankle, at Friday, my ankle I still have cankles. They're still swollen, and it's poison. So I have poison ivy and yellow jacket stings on my ankles right now.
Just had the time of your life.
It is the worst because it's itchy as shit. So I don't know if you've been stung by yellow jackets, but it's like after the like pain from the sting and stuff, it all goes away. Like the venom's still there, and it just becomes itch. That area just becomes itchy and like a little swollen. So I'm itchy because of the poison ivy and itchy because of the yellow jacket stings. And my ankle looks absolutely disgusting. It's like swollen and red and just has like the poison ivy, like pox all over it. It like I've never had this combination before. And it's hands down like terrible.
As he laughs about it.
I mean, what can you do? Like, what are the odds? Yeah, Tony, like, definitely not as bad as when I got stung by like 40-something hornets. When I bumped the mower into the headstone.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be doing.
And it ruffled the bush, and there was just a whole hornet's nest in there.
It's supposed to be the lineman in this field over here.
And they got all my legs. All of it. From like the knee down. I had like 40-something stings.
This is going to be overkill, but I'm not going to bring my other tractor. I'll bring my other tractor over here.
What do we need done here?
I think it's all planted now.
Is that what you do after the light blue? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I have a planter. No, I don't.
Looks like Tony's tractor's now, so I gotta move him. Hopefully this worked, Tony. If not. Here we go. Back it up. That take care of it? Oh, I didn't move. I didn't move Tony's tractor.
Do you have an extra planner?
I do not. I just been running or having hire help do mine and Tony's.
All right. I see you have a lot of cotton this time.
Yeah, I figure why not to build up money cotton because I need cotton for rope, but also
Well, we don't have cotton harvesters.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of stuff to sell when it hits December. That should give us enough to at least lease one for a bit.
Oh, I mean, you could lease a bunch for a bit.
But it and green beans is like the two best sellers right now. So yeah, my thing does peas, so I can just whip right through that, no problem. So I did peas, cotton, doing everything that's left that's not currently being planted is going to be corn. So there's going to be plenty of corn and soybean as well.
Yeah, the Colossus 8000. The silage is only at 21%.
Damn, that's a jump because when I started, it was at 17%. So that jumped 4% since last time I checked it, which is what, less than an hour ago? Wait, there's a class cotton harvester?
I didn't hear. Give a case and a John Deere, and then the
Oh, Colossus. I thought you said class.
no Colossus. No, you have the 7,000 and the 7,000 unrealistic.
Yeah, I don't want to do the unrealistic one. I was just going to do one of the in-game ones for it. Unless you really want to get it done quick, then we can just do the unrealistic one and just pop them out like crazy.
Nope. Well, then you either have the case or the John Deere. John Deere is so expensive.
That's because it does the round bales, so it's bigger bale.
I hope you have a lot to sell. Well, I guess we'll have the silage. That'll make us some money. I'm feeling confident. I feel like I could add a third here.
Well, some of that silage got to go towards cows. They're not all for sale.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We add a third. Keep one for the cows. That one of these bays alone should keep your cows good for the year. There's one of them has 669,000, and the other one has 828,000.
Oh shit, I completely missed 33. That's got to be cotton too. I don't know how I completely forgot that one.
I didn't even notice it. It just kind of blends in because you get the lake there.
Yeah, that's probably why, because I just went from 32 to 34 and up to 27. Or no, because 20 to 27,
to
34.
the perimeter.
I don't know how I forgot that. The plan is 249,000. I mean, it could be worth it just to lease it. Just to knock this out quicker.
Oh, I was muted. I was like, or you could lease it after you said that. So, yeah. Yep, probably could. Yeah, per work day. Per work hour. That doesn't even make sense. Do you have a facility for seeds, like a seed station?
I think it's at Tony's. I think that's what I was using to fill up.
Oh, shit. Oh, I bought it. Oh, my bad.
You can't buy it. We don't have enough money.
Oh, okay, good.
I can say we're at 227,000. There's no way you bought that.
Oh. All right. Then at least one. I have to go up and get it. Is this my tractor? I don't have any other outstanding ones. Probably do.
That hurt a little bit. Does the Colossus have a planter pack? I don't think so. This thing's just harvesters, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, wait. No. Is your pointer here? Oh, I don't know. No pointer. Just some harvesters and sprayers and stuff. Oh, shucks. I thought we looked at it. Wait, what's this one? Oh, this one you can plant faster? Just doesn't have as big a capacity. I'm okay with that. You and your big goofy ass tires.
You and little tiny little boy tires.
They're not tiny.
They are. Thin.
It's not about the width of the tire. It's the motion of the ocean. Or whatever, however it goes.
Yeah, well, you're driving slow shit, so.
I have the same tractor you got. Oh, wait. I gotta go fill it up.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I'm heading over to Tony's.
You're going the wrong way.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. He's down by me. Keep forgetting. I always think he's in like the top right corner because he's always in the top right corner. Or at least on the last map he was. Oh, they have the same tractor.
How are you going
power.
faster than me?
Yeah, buddy. All right, so you're gonna do that cotton?
33. What you want to do?
Yeah.
If you want to do corn? Yeah, I can go do the cotton one.
Is corn just gonna be the rest of the
Everything in that
that's
top
blue
right
now?
Everything that's not plant right now. So 2,
like
4,
11,
3,
4.
10, 11, 40. Yeah. That whole square.
All right.
Corner.
Then I shall plant corn. How do you get your little blinkers to light? Oh, you get your hazards on.
Yes, sir.
How do you... Jeez. Let's see here. Gotta fill it. I don't want wheat. How do you change that?
Why? It doesn't matter which one you have chosen. It's all the same seed.
Oh, you just...
Fill it with
load it up.
seed and fertilizer, and then before you get to your field, you want to switch it to make sure it's corn. It's Y on the keyboard. I don't know what it is on the controller.
You just start filling.
Yep. It's R on the keyboard.
Oh, seeds. Just seeds.
Seeds and solid fertilizer.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Get it. What the hell? Oh, okay.
You know what you're doing?
No, I do. I was going to start on a field and I was just looking over and then I saw that AI was starting 10. I was going to start 10.
Oh, I can move them if you want.
Nope,
you want.
nope, nope.
Okay.
I'm going to do 11. So corn. Corn, corn. Oh, there we go.
And then where half the money go?
Well, when you don't have a whole lot of money, when you pay, I think it was like 15 grand up front times 2 is 30 grand.
Yeah, but we were at 227,000 and we're at 135. That's definitely a lot more than 30 grand.
I'll check the finances in a second. Hang on. I'm just doing my...
Oh, seed and fertilizer. Yep.
Yep.
That'll do
That
it.
might do it.
Especially unrealistic capacity. Yep, that'll do her. Damn, I knew we should have relic capacity if this is just a rental.
I mean, whatever.
I could always take out whatever we don't use. Just throw it on the ground and sell it at the sell point. Get some money back for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit! I was texting and planting. My bad. Damn, how far off was I? Oh my god! All right, we'll cover that up back up when we get done here. Turn those full ways up. God damn it. I was telling, I was like, is he replanting a field? It's already planted. Bro, this harvest season's gonna be money. Like 10's doing the outer.
I keep forgetting about the
Section, huh?
ridge marker.
Does that really do a whole lot?
Yeah, it actually does.
No.
I mean, granted, I'm using AI lines, so
Yeah.
like, no, but it's a little bit more like broad than the AI line, so I'm like trying to match up like the front of the tractor to the AI line. But with the ridge marker, it tells you how much like sway you have in either direction. Because you get like 2 feet. So it's good to know, because I try to Like if I'm doing that with the AI lines, I'm in first person. And I can't tell, like, if I stray so far off the line, am I missing a section? So ridge marker helps.
I think I've used them once in Farm Sim 19. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you do first person, like you put your ridge marker down and you just line your nose up to the ridge.
Damn, no one talking. Yeah, pretty much. Cody went to bed early and just took the life of the party with him. Oh, man. Whew, my back. Okay, 9's about done. And I'll move him over to 40. Bro, we're gonna finish this night. Hells yeah. I really wanted to get everything planned tonight and start fast forward tonight, so that's mission accomplished right now. Because once I finish this, that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 fields that need to be planted. I haven't been started planting yet. And once Tony rolls it all, which he's been pretty much on it since as I'm finishing up, he's rolling. We can just fast forward. And what I might do is just have, once I finish this field, return the, well, empty this and sell everything in it, and then return it. And have AI finish the 4 fields left, because I'm pretty sure by the time he gets done with that, they'll be started in the other 2 fields. I technically could just let him finish it. It gives Tony more time to catch up. Alright, sorry. Texting my wife. Nine is done, so we will finish this little area real quick. We'll shut this off for the time being. Because we still have to do this down here and we have to fix our mess over there. We'll send Tony's guy or Ha to 40. When 10's done, we'll shift him up to 3. And then over to 2 or 4, whichever one PG's doesn't do. We'll be good to go. Let him do his thing. We'll hop back in this and we'll head over here. Where did I screw up at? Right there. Alright. Drop it. Cover that layer up just a little bit. Let me head on over, and we'll fix this. And with that, oh, nope, I missed a little spot. I'm gonna go back and fix it. That's done. You know what, screw it. I'll go do... I'll go do 2, or I'll start in 2, I guess. Actually, no. Since I was gonna let AI do it, that way it gives Tony more time to catch up. What's up, Redneck Gaming, sir? How you doing tonight? I don't know how long this is gonna take to unload. Why is my audio okay? What's the one I heard that? I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. We're just gonna cut through these people's backyard. They don't care. Just tear up their rear end. They don't care. Come on. Get out of here. I'm a farmer. I got stuff to plant. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. Maybe I should swing by it. I think Tony's got a fuel tank. I don't think JT's here anymore. He hasn't said anything since he just come in and said, no one's talking, and left. There it is. That was quick. Of course, JT up and left. Yep, pretty much. That's how he usually is on Friday nights. He comes in, says a few things, and then poof, disappears. Making sure AI still chugging along. So yeah, we're just gonna unload this and let AI handle the rest. Return this. Hopefully get some money back. If I can get to at least like 175, I'll be happy. Really happy if we get to 200 grand. How was your week? It was pretty good. It started off, we went on a little vacation, little mini vacation. We were gone Sunday and Monday. We came back Tuesday. And then the Saturday we went to the Mac Museum for the cruise, and that was pretty fun. Just a little couple's getaway. My wife deserved it. She's been working her tail off. If I just turn this around just a little bit. Oh, that makes me so happy. 200 grand. How was the Mac Museum? It was pretty neat. It was a really good turnout. There was a lot of trucks that showed up. The only complaint I had was they had like the world's oldest security guard, limiting how many people were in the shop at a time. The souvenir shop, and the workers there kept asking him to allow more people in. He was only allowing 10 people in at a time, and like all the workers were like, can you at least like do 20, that way we can get this line down? Because they had literally, I don't know if you've ever been to the Mac Museum or not, but pretty much that whole hallway from the time you walk into the museum entrance to where you actually they have all the trucks set up in that down that long hallway. Pretty much that whole hallway was filling up with people trying to get into the Mac shop. And they were like, can you at least do like 20 at a time? He's like, nope, 10, that's it. So, yeah. That was the only complaint. But other than that, it was pretty awesome. And that's why I wanted to go for that, because they had, like, you didn't have to call and make an appointment. You could just walk around at your own pace. Yes, there's a lot more people walking around. And it kind of sucks because I had to stand and wait to get certain pictures with people walking around. But that's the give and take. That allowed me to walk around at my own pace and look at what I wanted to look at, instead of being, you gotta go here, here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And that was the cool part. Any fire trucks? Yeah, I've been posting. If I don't know if you follow my Instagram, East Coast Emergency, I've been reposting them, or however that new Instagram feature works, where you can like repost it to my Phoenix Feather account. So I've been trying to do that for all of them. But I posted a couple of posts with just normal trucks, and then over on my East Coast Emergency, I've been posting all the fire trucks, like one a day at this point. Just trying not to overload it, but also get everything out. But yeah, there was a couple Mac fire trucks, and then there was one. Was it? What was it was like A something, I can't remember it. Because someone was even joking, it was like, who would bring that to a Mac event? And it's like, probably the same people who brought like W900s. There was a couple W900s. What else was out there? I think it was just a couple, like breaking Kenworth to a Mac event. I mean, I don't see any difference, but yeah, it was fun. It was a good turnout. And I didn't get a picture of it, but someone else who was there, and Tony confirmed it. One of the Mac trucks there was the Mac truck they based off for Farming Sim 22. I didn't get a picture of it because every time I went around there was a guy sitting in it. And I went out there. I was out there for like an hour walking around. Then we went into the museum. We waited in the museum, the shop line for like an hour, and then I was in the building for over an hour, and then come out, and there was the guy was sitting in it again talking to somebody else. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm not getting a picture of that one. But it was neat. It was neat walking around there and just looking at, and I'm a history buff, so it ties in two things I'm passionate about: fire trucks and history, and I guess big trucks in general. It was cool though that the road into the Mac Museum, you pass not only the fire academy, but you also passed the police academy for Allentown, which I thought was neat. You could see the fire academy's truck sitting out there, and then you couldn't really see the police academy. It was like down this hill or something, but you saw the signs for it as you're going back to the Mac Museum. And they had the military trucks. Good Lord, they had those lined up all out there. There had to be a couple dozen of them. I guess what I could do is I could take over this guy. Save us some moolah. I like the old Mac mid-mount ladder trucks. Yeah, that was like one of the few ones that was sitting off by itself that I could get like 360 pictures of. Well, not really 360 because one of it was parked next to grass. But I got really good pictures of that one simply because it was sitting off by itself and it was parked perfectly to where the sun wasn't getting, like the old Mac rescue truck that was out there. The sun kind of ruined that picture, but it was cool. Some wicked nice trucks out there too. Some pretty ones. Purr. Yeah, I know I'm going to catch hell for saying this, but probably my favorite looking truck that was out there was a W900. There's a W900 that it was white and the design on it was like a dark green and gold. And I love that color, those colors together. And it was pretty. It was a pretty truck. And it was for sale too, I believe. Old Mac ladder trucks are badass. Yeah, and that truck's actually still in service. That fire company is actually still using that truck. Same with the rescue. It's the rescue and the mid mount was from the same fire company, and they're actually still using those trucks today. Which made me go, wow, wow. Love the Kenworth 3900s. Yeah, it's a shame they're not gonna make them anymore. But this one was really nice. Like I said, it was mainly white and then it had a design on it that was dark green with the gold stripes. Oh. Really? Yeah. I think it's called, is it Tatamy? Is that how it's pronounced? Tatamy. I remember it's Tatamy. Tony probably knows better than I how that's pronounced. But yeah, it's still in service. I think those were the only two trucks out there that were still in service. I could be wrong. I haven't gone through and did my research on all of them yet, but so far those are only two still in service. I think that I've posted. All the other ones were privately owned. But I told my wife, I was like, we need to get there towards the beginning of it. I was like, I want to be there between 9 and 10. Because I was like, I have a feeling by the time noon comes, people are going to start leaving. And sure enough, I stopped on the way out. I stopped at the fire academy to get a picture of their Pierce Dash they had sitting there. I tried to get one of the Mac they had sitting there, but I couldn't get a good shot. So I got a picture of their not Dash, their Sabre that was sitting there. And as I was sitting there taking pictures, a couple of the trucks come rolling out. And I was like, called it. I called it, and that was about noon. Yeah, the 990 is the new 900, but it just doesn't look as good in my opinion. Not a huge fan of it. It's not terrible. Like I definitely like the new the 990 over the TA80 and the T680. But not a fan of any of them compared to the old versions. Love the T100 a lot more than I love the TA80. I love the 680 a lot. the T600, I believe it was, a lot more than I love the T680. And then definitely W900 over 990. That's just my opinion. It's a shame that they're going away from those classic looks. Dang, look at PJs getting her done. I am running my mouth though, so. Prior to that, we went to the Lehigh Valley Zoo. We've had a giraffe. We saw the land of thousands of people and quickly said, yeah, we're not doing that, and went back to our hotel room for the night. And then the next day we went to Crystal Cave, which was neat. It's nothing against, because I think the tour guide we had was definitely a lot better at Crystal Cave. He was a lot more informative, and the one thing I loved about the tour for Crystal Cave was they gave you a lot more history of the place. But the cooler of the two is definitely the Indian Echo Caverns, and it's outside of Hershey in Hummelstown, I think it's called Hummelstown, Pennsylvania. Don't quote me on that, but Indian Echo Caverns a lot cooler looking cave. But the tour itself is a lot better in Crystal Caves. It's more informative, a lot more history of it, and all that. Could be just the history is crazier with the Crystal Caverns, because they were like they had like a speakeasy down there at one point. No, that's crazy. But yeah, I think the better one to see is the Indian Echo Caverns. We're planning to visit more of them in our travels. I've yet to go down to the Luray Caverns. It's on the list. My wife really wants to go to one that's in South Carolina that her grandmother used to talk about. So that one's on the list. And then there's that was it Ruby Falls in Tennessee. Looked cool. Sorry, I'm rambling about caves. But yeah, we the second to last day we were gone, they had a wicked ass accident. Actually, on our way to Shady Maple, there was an accident because we got Intercourse Fire Department's rescue out, or I think it's their rescue engine. I don't know what they labeled it as. But we got it out, and on the way back, on the highway, the opposite side of the highway, they had a crazy ass accident. With but Manheim Township had 2 of their trucks out there. Then the next day, on our way to the Chicky Rock County Park to get some pictures out there, there was another crazy accident that had that whole highway shut down. in the direction, the opposite travel lanes of traffic, and it looked like one of the engines was being put on a trailer. So I guess one of the fire trucks broke down out on the call. I haven't looked into it to see. I should do that to see what happened there. But that they had the whole highway shut down. So 2 crazy accidents in 2 days on the opposite lane of travel. My wife was like, I really hope we don't have to hit that traffic on the way back, but it took us a completely different way home. I ended up passing Buck. The Buck, what's it, Motorsports Park? I haven't been there since I was a kid. So it was cool to see that again. We went down the hill. I told my wife, I was like, this is the hill. This is the reason why Dad got Big Red, his F-250, because the van we had before could not pull the camper up that hill. I was like, so this is the hill. This is the reason why we have Big Red. Yeah, Buck Motorsport. Yeah. I haven't been there since I was... God. I wasn't in middle school yet. I was still in elementary school. So that was... I started high school when I was 14. The middle school, 7th and 8th grade was 13, 12. So I had to be like 9 or 10 maybe. Last time we went up that way. God, I'm getting old. I'm getting real old. Gee, that's like 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. This is the last time I've been up there. So of course I had to point out, I was like, we used to camp in that field back there. Truckers Day. Truck and tractor pulls. I kept trying to convince them to go during a monster truck show, but I was the only kid, so no one else really wanted to see monster trucks. But I was trying to convince them, like, can we just do monster truck one time? Just one time? The old farts didn't want any part of it. On my bucket list to go to. I have no clue what it's like these days, but back when I was a kid, it was like the coolest thing we ever did. Especially Truckers Day. Truckers Day was always awesome because that whole field would be full of trucks. And then that night they'd have the truck pulls. But God, like I said, that'd been 25 years. I don't even know if they still do the Truckers Day or whatever. But yeah, that whole weekend we would camp out. No electric, no water. So it wasn't a fun time for kids, but just knowing that at the end of the weekend there was going to be a really awesome like truck pull, tractor pull. It was like, all right, it's worth not having my Nintendo 64 for a couple of days. They do. I saw the Truckers Day. Nice. I remember every time we went, they had this little, it's like a mini truck that someone had built. I have pictures of it somewhere. It's like perfect for a kid, and I always wanted one. Like, Dad, why can't you build something cool like that? I was a bit bummed though. We made a special trip on the way to. Well, I guess I can't be bummed because we did get pictures of at least one of Intercourse's trucks. There was two of them out there. We didn't. By the time we realized it was one of the trucks that had already passed us. But we went to Intercourse to find because there was a shop in like the downtown area that sells the shirts for the fire company. So we went there specifically so I can get an Intercourse Fire Department t-shirt. When we got there, they were sold out of a bunch of sizes. And I was like, do you know if they have more at the actual fire station? And she's like, no, they're sold out because they're redoing their logo. And she's like, they do it to us every year. They run out and we can't order more. She said, but the new design is supposed to be out in January, so I gotta wait till January to get one. I want to go up to Weekland's Mechanical Shop Pools. Huh. Only ones I've ever been to was Buck and Tuckahoe. All that's left is oh, Tony, did you bring it over here so I could wash it and repair it? I still got my freaking tanker trailer just chilling outside there. Tony's like, you used it, wash it and wax. That'd be great. God, my tractor's dirty. You need to go check out Keystone, Nats, and Harrisburg, PA. Huh. That sounds like a big event with too many people. Just saying. Big indoor. Oh yeah, I've seen videos of it. Cause I saw a video of it and I was like, is that really inside? Like how they vent that thing? And then I looked more into the ventilation system in it and all that. That's what my mind goes. I was like, that's a lot of smoke. How in the hell do they ventilate that area? Yeah, I seen. I do want to go up to, is it Harrisburg? I think it's Harrisburg that has the Pennsylvania Fire Convention. I would like to do that one of these years. Because, I mean, Ocean City does have a significant one, but nothing like Harrisburg, and certainly nothing like Indianapolis. I mean, Indianapolis would be the go-to, or definitely the experience at least once in a lifetime. But I'd love to go to the one up there in PA, because, like I said, Ocean City has one, Maryland's, which is only like 2 days, and there's just a handful of trucks. And then Delaware, there was 6 trucks on display. 6 trucks. I watched it for you, Tony. Let's see if I can flip it again. What you got left to do after? Is it just these fields? Go to FDIC. Like I said, plan one day. I don't know when. The plan was to go with a certain someone, and well, you know. So that's not gonna happen. Oh, you're just making quick work of that. I mean, no sense of me renting a roller. I was gonna lease one real quick to help you finish, but you're just eating it, so no point. I think this is the door I got it from. Looks about right. All right. Maybe I do get a roller and help him. I'm gonna go to Mid-America Truck Show. Where's that at? Probably middle America. Just a wild guess. Rollers. Don't we have a modified one? Yeah, we do. Louisville, Kentucky. Well, that's not Mid-America. That's where they have it. Yeah, but they should really consider a different name. Unless it was originally somewhere else, and then they were like, hey, you know what, we'll move it to Louisville. Am I rolling? Why does it not look like I'm not rolling? I don't think I'm rolling. So what roller does Tony have? Oh, so he has that one. Okay. Well, we'll lease that one. Yes. And we'll return this one. And we'll try this again. No, the tractor's good. I mean, the fuel's a little low, but the tractor's more than half. Now, see, this is rolling. There we go. Just double check. Yep, alright. We roll. Typical cat. Try to get stuff done, it just wants to sit in the way. I didn't realize this thing went this slow. I looked over and saw Tony just ripping it, so I was like, he'll have it done in no time. And then, as I've slowly been watching him, he's not ripping it as fast as I thought he was. I'm pretty sure he's going a little bit faster because he's got a big bud over there. Down to 8 miles. Oh. Ouch. I knew that tree was going to be in the way. I mean, in reality, we should just come through here, cut down all these trees, and just make this one big field. Well, no, because we got them planting separate stuff now, don't we? No, we have them all in corn. Oh, so now the cat wants to move.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted.
I come by you. I was like, typical cat, just wants to sit in the way while you're trying to get stuff done.
What? Everything's planted.
Gotta roll it now.
Wow.
I was like, I'll just let AI finish it. That way, Tony has time to catch up. Not realizing he's doing this at 8 miles per hour. So it's like, I'll rent one and
Oh, wait. You gotta drop
help
the
him out.
seats off, right?
Yeah, all you gotta do is go over there, like back it up towards that where those shipping crates are.
Shipping crates?
Here.
Wait, where? At Tony's?
No. Over right next door to where you're at. Right, you see where I'm at? Jumping up and down. It's right here.
Yep.
Just back up and hit I. If you center it properly, it'll just sell them. You don't have to move them or anything. No, I mean like
Back
like
up
a
straight
T
up to
shape.
it.
Yeah. You should be good there. Just hit I. You might go a little too far back. There. Does it give you? There you go. Look at that. Might have to hit it a couple times.
There it is.
Wait, did we make a profit off of doing it that way? Hold up.
Okay. I mean, you paid for it, so it's just like money back. So it's not profit.
Yeah, but we were at 229,000. Now we're at 252. So there's an extra 20 grand in there. I should say we were at 229 before we leased those, so leasing them plus buying all those seeds plus planting them, then turn around selling the seeds and fertilizer gave us a 20 grand profit.
Which roller are you getting?
I just leased the same one Tony had. I tried to do the unrealistic one, but it didn't roll. It didn't work properly. So it's the middle one. If you go under rollers, it's the middle one.
Mega?
No, it's
Brant.
Brant. Yeah.
Head down to 11.
Ooh.
Oh, they don't do the lines for this. Oh, damn.
You know what? Going to a zoo overgone made me learn. I really hate people that are just slightly younger than us that are like parents to young kids. A, they think they're better than everybody else. Like, they think their shit don't stink. Secondly, like, they think they're entitled to do whatever they want to because they have kids. It's like,
So it's the second one. It's the second one, and that covers the first one. So one of the things that I like to do, I know it's kind of like unique to this area, but like we have a lot of small craft breweries and stuff. So my wife and I like to go to breweries on weekends. Like It's like a nice day trip, like a couple-hour drive, go to a new brewery, check it out. But they make them family friendly. But then they have like the kids just like run around and like harass you or like crying and super loud and stuff. And it's like, what? Like, keep your kids on a leash, keep them close to your table. Like, I'm not responsible for your kid. Like, I'm here to just enjoy myself. Like, none of this equation includes like having to deal with your kids. Like, and they go to there and they like take up all the tables and they spread out like games and all the shit. It's like, go. Listen, like if it were me and I had kids, like I would just have my friends over to the house. We don't need to have a giant get together with all your friends and all your friends' kids and provide all the activities and like all of this nonsense and make everybody else deal with it.
We went to the Lehigh Valley Zoo up there in Pennsylvania, and they have a thing where you pay $5, you get to feed the giraffes, and all the money goes to helping buy food for them throughout the year. So we're like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. Why not? And we get in line, and the people directly in front of us, super annoying. They were like the preppy type. That just like you could tell like they're stuck up, and they're like they just hopped in line, and then as soon as like we got closer to like the actual time for feeding to start, they just brought in like their whole family, grandparents, kids, and everything. We were like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" It was 3 of them, and it tripled to, or it was up to 9 people in the one group. It's like, so you just let 6 people in front of you in line.
That's very specific. I think that's different from being younger millennial parents. I think that's more just
it's
privilege.
They had the grandparents had the kids, so they were like, oh, we'll get the kids in. But then the people in front of them, so everybody lined up, and we just kind of joined the line. We already had our pass, so we were just like, all right, well, everybody's lined up. Let's hop behind these people. So the people in front of them. Or the people, when the zookeepers came out, they're like, hey, can we get everybody to back up to the wash station right there so everybody can wash their hands before they go up to the platform? And they're like, this one woman hopped out of line. She's like, I'm going to need everybody. She's not a zookeeper, just like directing traffic. Like, I'm going to need everybody to take a few steps back. Well, the people behind us was an elderly couple who had like those walkers that you can turn around and sit down on, so they don't move so quick. So we're like, they're like, oh, we're so sorry.
They're also the problem. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but they're also the problem.
They were a sweet couple. Like they apologized. Nope. Like, we're sorry. It'll take us a minute, and we're like, no, you take your time. You're fine. And then the people in front of like he's just screaming, move back. We need to get everybody move back. Like, it's like, dude, shut up. Have some compassion. No. They're moving as fast as they can.
Listen, the older boomers and I guess what's it, like the silent generation was before them, like that during World War II. Like, they all need to go. They all need to go. They're part of the problem. I have no sympathy for them. They're just as rude and even more entitled than your worst millennial.
Well, these two weren't. People. These two weren't. They were very concerned. They were like
They're not contributing anymore. I was joking with my wife the other day. I was like, you know what they do in like Inuit culture when the elders get to a certain age? Like, they just shove them on an iceberg and send them off to sea because they don't serve a purpose anymore.
Damn, that's heartless.
Do that. It's not. Dude, the reason why, like,
don't get me wrong, there are some that are
you
just
and I can't
complete assholes. It's like respect your elders. I'm not going to respect you when you're acting like absolute fool. But these people were like the sweet old people who like they were even volunteering to give up their passes if they were a problem. We're like, no, you're good. Just
you're a problem.
We got you. No, they weren't a problem.
I would have been like, good. Turn in your passes and leave.
Damn, they weren't a problem. They were sweet. They're just like pandas too. It was kind of adorable. I was like, that's where I want to be when I'm your age.
Nope.
Just chilling in the zoo dressed like a panda.
I want to be in the Arctic on an iceberg by myself. As soon as I can no longer be a positive contribution to society. Just... And if I'm not in like an assisted care facility.
So what's up with all the, if you feel that way, all these idiots that literally do nothing, do we just shove them off on icebergs too?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I am too. I'm actually more okay with that than the elderly part. Like
No, the elderly, listen, they've robbed us of any kind of money that you want to make or think that you can make. No, they hold all of the wealth and they're keeping it for themselves until they die, and then
I think it's a certain select of that generation. That's not all old people.
It's most old people. They hold 60% of the wealth in the country.
Again, a select few hold
70%.
70%.
No. This is just like overall, like the total wealth of the country, like everybody.
Yeah, and that's like a select.
It's not
percentage of that part. Like there's not every elderly person's out here balling, dude.
They all are.
No, they're not.
Well, they're balling out. Well, here's the thing. They're not balling out. They have all the money, but they're not used to balling out. They're used to just like holding on to their money and their properties and all of their wealth. They just hold on to it. And that's the problem. And they're working later in life because they just enjoy working. And it's effing up the works for everyone else.
Yeah, I do have a problem with that.
Old people live longer is screwing the country.
I don't think like
it's just like go die.
The very old people should be working at McDonald's. Sorry, no, that's a teenage job. You should.
We're in two different areas, man.
Oh, around here, like you go to McDonald's, the average person that works at McDonald's is over the age of 40 these days.
The average person around here is retired, but is stupid wealthy because they like sucked the economy dry up here. And that's why like all the housing's so expensive, everything's so expensive, is because it's controlled by the old people that just live up here and will die up here. Like they won't turn over the keys. In essence, you know, like not physically, but like they won't turn over the keys to the next generation. They just want to hold on to everything that they have. And it's just like, well, that's why like you can't buy a new house, is because you have like fucking old people that are sitting there on a house that was worth like $200,000 even in the like early 2000s is now worth like close to $1 million up here, and all their 401ks, and they get their Social Security, and they're like cashing in on all of this shit. They all have so much money.
I don't think you
but they continue to work.
Old people. Because like my dad,
I work with enough old people.
My dad gets Social Security, and like the Medicaid is every time his Social Security goes up, his Medicaid goes up. Like it's just enough to stay afloat. Like they're not getting rich off Social Security.
We're talking two different. Yeah, look, we're also talking two different socioeconomic areas here.
The only old person I know that has money would be my stepmom's mother, and like she just, it's basically going all to her grandkids at this point. Like if if
Well, that's the
the
thing. Is like my
grandkids
parents.
need anything, it's like, oh yeah, let me pay for that for you.
Well, my parents have no grandkids, so they just like they're like, oh yeah, we're going out to Cape Cod this weekend and stuff, and then they come back and they're just like, oh
We
well,
got any
because
grandkids yet?
Cape,
No.
Cape
Okay.
Cod's no, Cape Cod's so bougie now that they come back and they're like, oh yeah, we got you like clothes and stuff, and it's like everything's like a $200 quarter zip,
Hasn't it always
and
been
I'm like,
bougie?
no, it is not. And I'm like, I can't take care of this. This says that you need to dry clean it. And like, I only go to the dry cleaner like 2 days before a wedding I have to go to. I'm not going to the dry cleaners on the regs. Come on.
Yeah, no. If
So
someone
they
if
only
someone
believe
went
in
somewhere
spending
and
money on their own and like on their own family if they have the money. And then also it's just like my dad's 70, and he's still working, and it's like you're supposed to retire, but he's also like collecting social security, and he's also like at a certain age you're required, if you have a 401k, you're required to like take withdrawals from it. So he's got like that too, and he's complaining because he's getting taxed on everything, and it's just like, wow, it's such a horrible problem to have. Like, no, like the system isn't designed for you to work beyond the age in which you collect social security. So you're double dipping and you're robbing everyone else. Like social security, look it up. It's supposed to be gone in like 10 to 15 years.
by the time it's our time to retire, it's gone.
And we're well before that.
Yeah.
It's like when Gen X is going to retire, it maybe is when it's going to run dry, and yet we're paying into it. So we're just paying the old people to collect on it while they still work and do all of this stuff. And it's like, it's not fair. It's not fair.
No, it's not even.
They designed the system.
There's not even just it's old people. There's a lot of fraud, and that's going from knowing two people who are capable of working and collecting it just because they say they have mental
Right. It's like when Doge came in, they focused on the wrong thing, and it's like focus on disability and focus on like the people that take government subsidized income. Focus on that. Don't focus on like the people that work for the government. Like, granted, yes, you do need to do that too because it is super inflated. But like, focus on the people that are claiming disability and getting handicapped spots when they just don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
And they found some kind of loophole.
Mm-hmm. Because I've seen there's people
And also, like, get rid of
who-
unemployment. I'm sorry, get rid of unemployment.
I think they shouldn't do away with it completely. They definitely do need to make
No, they need to.
stronger
They need to get
restrictions
rid of
for
it.
it. Because there's people that get like laid off and they have no choice. Like that's. But people who
I've been laid off 3 times. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, during the pandemic, like my check from the government for unemployment was more than my paycheck
well, it's because
from work.
the COVID shit.
No,
Everybody
no,
got
no,
a
it was
huge
just
pay
in
bill
general.
because, like, I don't know what you can say.
You get the stimmies. You get the stimmy
Yeah.
check. But I'm saying
Well, no,
outside of that.
it wasn't the STEMI check. No, it was like she was a waitress and they gave her. She was making a month's salary, like every 2 weeks off of unemployment because
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Is
they
because
jacked
don't
it up
check
during
to see-
COVID.
Well, they don't. They also don't check to see what your income is. Like what they give you for unemployment has nothing to do with what your income was prior to being unemployed. So, like, in the situation that I was in before, like, my paycheck was actually like $100 more per month by not working than at the last job where I got laid off from and had to subsequently file for unemployment. So it was like, okay, well, then there's no incentive to go back to work if I'm literally making the same amount. But what I was making, like, wasn't chump change. Like, it wasn't good, but like, it wasn't chump change. So I look at someone that's making minimum wage, and then they get laid off and file for unemployment, and all of a sudden they're making twice as much as they were making before by being unemployed.
Well, they jacked up during COVID. So they jacked it up. That's why.
What's the incentive to
all
get
these
a
people
job?
got laid off, and then as soon as it was opened back up, that nobody wanted to go back to work because they were making more money off on unemployment than actually working.
Right. So what they did was the wrong thing, and they put in parameters to like check in to see if you were looking for a job. Isn't it like actively? They stepped it up. I've been on unemployment like several times, and the last one during the pandemic, look, they stepped it up. So I'd have like weekly check-ins, and they require you to take like seminars and stuff on like how to build your resume and stuff. And it's like, no, that's not the problem. Just like cut back the money. It should be minimum wage. Cut it back to minimum wage, what you get from that.
Here, it's a percentage of
that's the biggest kick in the pants to get you to actually apply for a job. Because I fudged the numbers. I was just like, oh yeah, I applied for like 6 jobs this week.
Here it was a percentage. I think it was like 80%. It was pre-COVID. How much you got from unemployment was like 80% of what you were making at your previous employer. Like it wasn't. You didn't even get paid the same amount. And then when COVID came, it was like,
it should be minimum wage. Like
it just ballooned. And then people were getting pissed off because like so many people were on unemployment that they were just starting to offer them state jobs, and once you get a job offer, if you turn it down, you lose it. So a lot of people were pissed off that they're like, oh, now we have to go actually get a job. It's like that's what you were supposed to be doing this whole time instead of just sitting there collecting unemployment.
The people. They didn't force their hand into doing it, and that's kind of the problem. Like I said, like I was perfectly down. Like, oh shit! Like between the stimmy checks outside of like my unemployment, like I was raking it in. It's like, okay, well then I'm in no rush to get a job again. It's like, no, then cut it back to minimum wage, so you get some income that's subsidized, but like put a better system in place. Like, check all of these things. Disability is like the biggest fucking joke. It's just like, oh, can you prove that you're lazy enough to not work? Oh, you can? Yeah. Unless you have a severe disability. I can understand that. But the ones that have severe enough, like if you are competent enough to fill out all of the forms that it takes for disability, and it gets approved, then like maybe you shouldn't be on disability.
That's what I'm saying. I know someone who's been since the age of 18, and they're older than me, has been collecting disability because he's bipolar, and he claims he can't work. And I'm like, didn't you have a job at Domino's? Like, there's jobs you can do. You're not helpless. And he just sits around collecting Social Security, and it's just like, all right, well, that's why we're not going to have Social Security when it's time for us to retire, because he's
not just Social Security, disability.
It's part of Social Security.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. It comes through Social Security.
No, it's separate.
No, it's from the Social Security because that's one of the things we had to
It's
do.
from the same department, but it's categorized separately.
But Social
Like,
Security.
it doesn't fall into the same no. It doesn't come out of the same pool of money as Social Security. You don't pay into disability.
Pretty sure you do.
It's like no, dude. On like your W-2s at the end of the year,
Tony,
you're not paying into disability.
Can you not roll? Doesn't it all go into the Social Security fund? Like,
No.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Like you get like out of your paycheck, you get like Social Security gets taken out because because that's just the way it is. Like things like disability and stuff. No, it's government funded. It's not directly taken out of your taxes. Like at this rate, the way that the boomers are going, like they should raise the age of Social Security up to like 75, in my opinion. I feel like that would stop a lot of people and it would preserve the fund. But like, yeah, if you're gonna work till 75, then that's fine. I had a meeting with somebody that runs the budget for like our board of directors, and I got super pissed off in like July because there was like a $70,000 charge for a private jet in the board of directors spend, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, I don't know, it's travel. And then I'm doing the budgets now, so I met with the person that runs that space, and I was just like, so like, can we anticipate any more like private jet flights? And they were like, oh yeah, well, one of the guys on the board of directors is like 86 years old, and like he has a house in Florida and a house in Boston. So he attends the meetings via like the first class that we give them, that we budget for. But we have one meeting in California, and like he doesn't want.
I don't think you can roll this.
Travel 6 hours in first class. So, yeah, he took a private jet. It's like, oh, okay. Dude's 86 years old. The fuck is he doing still working?
Gotta get that money, man. Have you seen
That's what I'm
Congress?
saying. Like-
Why are
like
half
delay-
these people
delay
still
Social
in
Security.
office?
Yeah. Delay Social Security.
Fucking Mitch
delay
McConnell
everything.
just fucking passes out as people are asking him about the shutdown.
So he had polio, apparently. Like, he had, like, bad polio. So I can understand, because he's like fallen down. I know what you're talking about, like where he like fell down last week.
Yeah, where
When
they're
he's
asking him about the
Talking to the
shutdown.
media,
and
and then he just like fucking
boom,
ate it.
gone.
Yeah. But he's also done that like several times. And so come to find out, like he's actually like had polio, like pre-polio vaccine. That's how old this fucker is. So he had it real bad. And that's just one of like the lingering side effects of it, is like he just doesn't have any leg strength.
But
also he's like he is old as sin though. Like he is.
If you watch the clip, He's just like walking. And he's just like, whoop,
My,
and
my
gone.
favorite is when he just like froze when he was like speaking to Congress, and he was just like,
And just
"Wow,
stared like a deer in the
you can't
headlights.
see my yeah." I was gonna say you can't see my face, but I'm like jaw dropped with like eyes wide open, just staring at nothing.
Like, what the?
Yeah, like, are we serious here? This has got my wife and I actually. So, my wife has like joined a committee in town, and it's to essentially ban the poison for like rodenticides in town because all of the like birds of prey and stuff are dying. So like owls, hawks and stuff, they're dying because they put out rodenticides, the rodents eat them, and then birds of prey eat the rodents, and then they get the poisoning and they die. And so they had a bill up on like the local for the local town meeting this weekend. So we tuned in to the local town meeting, and like we have town representatives for like our zones, but the average age of this shit was like 85. So when this guy was talking about the anticoagulants in the rat poison that they use, so basically it just like hardens their blood. That's what the poison does. So this guy who represented like a different district in our town went up there and he was like, so what am I supposed to do with, so I'm on like blood thinners or like blood thickeners or something like that. And he's like, so like, how can I, so I can't like dump my meds out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, you probably shouldn't dump your meds out.
Well, you know, so that was like question one. Well, no, that was like question three. But the first was just like, this dude's like 85, and like, of course, he's on blood thinners or something like that, or whatever. It's like the same base ingredient that's in rat poison that they use for like cardiac medication for humans, depending on their condition. So my question to that was just like, one, like we're not talking about humans here. We're talking about like wildlife. So this is not applicable in the slightest. And like second part to that, how are you disposing of your medication currently? Because like if you're concerned about the wildlife based on your medications, like you're just dumping your old pills in the backyard for sure.
Yeah.
But it was like, that was a town representative asking that. And the dude was like, could barely get up to the microphone. It's like, holy shit. Like, this isn't about your medication, bro. Like, no one cares about your heart condition. And it's like, these are people making decisions for the town and stuff. Like, they had a budget surplus, and they went through that so quickly. They spent everything. They approved everything. Because all of the people sitting there voting are in their 80s. Like, they don't give a shit. And so, I'm just like, go, old people, just go away. Go away. I have a hard time deciding who I hate more. The younger millennials with kids that are just, they just think that they're entitled to all the space and their experience matters more than everybody else's. Or just old people. Tough one. At this stage of my life, I feel like I just have become accustomed to the younger millennials with kids. And I just really hate old people in general.
I just there's
Like, if you hate, what they should do is they should take like Florida. right? Evacuate everyone. And then just keep the people that are like 75 and above in Florida. All of them. All of them. Like make it a law. Like you hit 75, you go to Florida.
Damn, why you gotta do
And
Florida?
they can just do whatever
why
the hell.
You do like
They can do whatever the hell they want there.
like a less interesting state.
No, because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because who goes to Florida? Trashy Disney families.
Yeah,
That's it.
and old people who are retiring.
I've never voluntarily gone to Florida. I've been there like 4 times. I've never voluntarily gone there. So take all the old people, put them down there. You keep Disney. And maybe it'll like detract people from going to Disney. Because it's like, well, we have Disney, and then we just have a bunch of fucking old people.
No, because millennials would definitely hate the
That's what I want.
old people because they'd be like,
Yes, it's a clash.
They're taking up all the houses around Disney.
That's my point. Is you're putting the people are going down there with their kids are younger millennials, the annoying ones that I hate. They're the ones that are going to be taking their kids down to Disney when they're like 10 months old and have no idea what the fuck's going on. And they're like, oh, we took our kid to Disney. It's like, great. It has no memories of that. Congratulations. And you're mixing them with like the oldest generation of just scumbags. There you go. Mix them together. Put them all in one state. And then Florida doesn't get Social Security. I solved the problem.
Damn.
Yep.
No, most old people around here, when they get retired, they end up moving down to Florida anyway. That's like, if you have enough money, when you get to that age, you're like, well, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. We're going to Florida. I don't like snow.
There's so many better places. Like, make northern Alabama the next Florida. Like, there's so many places in the South where it's just like, okay, it's the exact same climate. Just go do it there. Now, I'll take your first thought there. I'll just go to Alaska.
You really want to die alone on an iceberg, don't you? What's up, Jesse? How you doing, nice sir?
Yeah, as much as I've seen boomers become a problem in this society, yes.
Well, don't worry. By the time we get retirement age, we ain't gonna have any money. So,
oh, that's the
you don't
thing.
have to worry about us holding on to any.
Well, I mean, like my parents were.
I'm pretty good, sir. Thanks for asking.
Are like desperately grasping onto the fact that like we're gonna have kids. And it's just like literally the most unaffordable time in like the history of America to have kids. What am I supposed to do? Like the average cost of like we both have to work in order to maintain our lifestyle. And like if we didn't have anyone around, it would be the average cost for daycare around here.
Astronomical these days.
Well, no, the average cost of like daycare or something like that is like $4,000 a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Childcare is astronomical.
Right. So it's just like, okay, so what's the means to the end here? Like you're going to work your ass off and not see your kid in order to support having a kid.
Yeah.
Like, make that make sense.
Did you see the recent report come out that our age has to have at least
Yeah, birth decline. Yeah.
no 2.5 full-time jobs just to be able to afford a house?
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
they came out with a
what?
report today that in Massachusetts, the average home price in Massachusetts is $660,000. Average. So that means that, like, unless you're making like, like 300K a year on your own, like, you can't support a lifestyle and then move up. Because, like, my goal is to, like, do better than where I'm at currently, That should be everybody's motivation.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, given the average annual cost for a child, it takes up about, like, the same amount as your mortgage. Like, you'll never be able to move anywhere.
You got a point, because that's where we're where we're at, because
Yeah.
we had 2 kids.
Yep. And, like, if you didn't have them, you could have taken all of that money and applied it towards, like, doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like buying a house.
Sure shit wouldn't be still living here.
Right. So it's like, I don't understand the pressure on having kids when it's just like, right now, it's just like, it's so expensive to have kids. Like, it's so expensive to live and maintain your own lifestyle. Like, we're not stretching, but, like, it's a hefty chunk of change. And then you double it. And then it's like, well, there goes, like, fixing up the bathroom. There goes, like, any projects that we want to do on this house. The only way you could afford it is if you, like, sold it for a profit and, like, took that money, bought something cheap, put money into that, and use the profit.
You have to step down.
It's like the only way. Well, it would be like a lateral step at this point. Around here, it's all about just, like, lipstick on a pig. So, like, no one's actually doing, well, if they're doing full renovations, it's by a shit team and they do a terrible job. Or you just slap coats of paint on, and then areas that are problems, you just kind of, like, do a quick fix and make it look good. Or you have the ones that are done properly, but those cost like $1.5 million.
Yeah, but
They announced the aggregated data for, like, year to date for Massachusetts for this year. So when they were like, the average home price was like 600 something $1,000, and I was like, oh shit, like,
wow,
I
that's
mean,
got me
based on the
curious.
work that we've done alone, we would make money on the plate. Well, based on what we bought the house at, we'd make money on that, and then based on the work that we've done, make even more money. So it's like, you just take that profit and buy another place just like this for cheap, like under market.
The average home price around here is $398,000 to $414,000, depending on which numbers you go by.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
no,
like
they're
two
building
different worlds.
like duplexes and
Oh,
townhouses
The
behind
townhouses.
the
Yeah,
shopping center here in town, and it was like low income homes starting
Yep.
at $300,000. I was like, that's low income? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, because on $300,000, your mortgage payment's going to be the equivalent of what your rent payment would be over 30 years at like 1,000%.
I'm not paying $300,000 to live.
It's not, you're not paying $300,000. You just adjust your monthly payment. It'd probably be the same.
No, $300,000 for a duplex / townhome. I'm sorry. I'm not paying. I'm not doing that. When you can go down to like South Carolina for the same price, get a couple of acres and a house. Like, no, not happening. There's no way. If I were to buy a place, there's no way it's going to be a townhome. There's no way I'm going to be like butted up right next to somebody. There's no way. I'm not wasting my. I'd rather just
shared
rent.
walls currently.
Yeah, and I rent. That's what I said. I'd rather just rent until I can find a place that is like.
Yeah, but at that point, it's about skin of the
Space.
game. So you buy it at a certain price, and then it just goes up because property is just gonna continue to go up until the old people die. As soon as the old people die, then we're in a bubble that sucks. But you just gotta wait for the old people to die because they hold all the property. So the reason why the housing market sucks right now is because they have an entire generation of millennials that are trying to buy houses, and you have all the old people, like my parents, for example, like they're still living in our childhood home. They've lived there for like 40 years. And like they ain't budging. And there's like no real estate for new builds around here. I don't know. All right. I gotta go to bed.
All right, you have yourself a good night. Did you return your roller?
Oh, shit.
I'll do it. I got it.
All right. Thanks. I was on my way over there. Just forgot.
You went on your rant about old people.
Yep. Very heated about that. Have a good night.
Have a good night. All right, well, ladies and gents, or just probably just gents, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. If you guys did like the stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much, and I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to know if I whenever do a live upload video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.